So who can read my objective for today? Carly.
Make inferences, predictions about the play and characters using their names.
Good. What's an inference? What's an inference? Michael?
Using prior knowledge to predict something that might happen.
Okay. What do we think about that? Does anyone have something to add to the definition of inference? I think it was pretty good. What about a prediction? It's a prediction. Next.
Something that you think is going to happen.
Right. Something you think is going to happen. Now, why do you think we would be talking about that today? Why did we do the ball game? Why did we have some predictions using words? Betty?
So we can talk about our book that we're going to read.
Good, okay. Right. Shakespeare uses all of his words very deliberately. There's a specific reason that he names things, that he says the words, that he writes them down. And in life, we can learn a lot about a person based on the language he or she uses. So if I said to you, I drove to school today in my car. And the key word there is car. So I drove to school today in my car. What could you infer or predict about me? Someone else.
That you have a car.
Okay, that I have a car. Good. Maybe I own it. What else? Marissa?
That you can drive.
That I can drive. I'm old enough to drive, right? You could predict that. Do I have to be? Maybe I stole a car. I don't know. Probably not. Probably drove. I mean,
You live far enough away that you can't walk.
good. So maybe I live far enough from the school where I can't walk. Anything else? Those are pretty good. What if I said to you now, I drove to school today in my Corvette? Now what could you predict? Now what could you infer? Keyword Corvette, remember. Carly.
That you have a lot of money.
That I might have a lot of money, right? Corvettes are a lot of money. Is there anything else? Anyone else?
You're having a midlife crisis?
Midlife crisis, right? I gotta buy a Corvette. I hope not yet anyway. Yeah. Does everyone see what I'm trying to get at here? Right? There's reasons that we use words, right? I could just say I drove to school in my car, and then you could say, well, what kind of car does she have? I wonder what kind of car she has. Or once I say Corvette, it kind of is like, oh, she has a Corvette. Girls, do you have any friends who are like, oh, I'm going to go get my purse, but instead of saying purse, they say, oh, I'm going to go get my Louis Vuitton bag. And they throw it over their shoulder and kind of walk out, right? Does anyone have a friend like that? I do. I have lots of friends who are like, But yeah, so Shakespeare does this on purpose, kind of like what I just did, right? And he invented tons and tons and tons and tons of words and used words in specific ways. And one of the words he actually invented, I'm not lying here, is swag. Yeah. Who knows what swag means? Claire?
I don't know music, but I have it.
Show me your swag. Stand up, show me your swag. Come on, you said it. Now you gotta do it. Right here.
Swag walk.
Okay, she's got a little pep in her step, walking down. Good, Claire. We're gonna use that word a lot this year, swag. So I want you to keep that in the back of your mind, okay? So the play we're going to be reading this year is Much Ado About Nothing. And I want you to think about that while I put this poster.
I really wish I hadn't done that.
It's on video.
All right, class 3, 2, 1, thank you. Much Ado About Nothing. And remember I said he uses words for specific reasons, right? Can everyone see this with that light on?
Yep.
Yeah? Okay. He uses his words for specific reasons. So if you look at the title of this play, Much Ado About Nothing, what are some predictions we can make based on those words? What do those words mean? What do they sound like? What do they mean to you? Why don't you write down on your piece of paper in front of you just some ideas before we write up on the board? Much Ado About Nothing. Max?
I predict that it might.
Oh, write it down first. Then we're going to discuss, okay? Don't tell me yet. some things that I thought about were, what do these words mean? Maybe what do they sound like? Yeah, make a prediction based on much ado about nothing. So, what does much mean? What does ado mean? I'm gonna give you another, say, 15 seconds to sum up your answers. Close your thoughts. And when you're done, just put your pencil down and eyes back up here. Okay. So much ado about nothing. What's one prediction I can make
It's gonna be drama though.
about, can you raise your hand? Max, you had your hand raised.
I think it might be a sad play
You might be sad. Okay, why do you think sad?
because of the word nothing.
Because it says nothing. So sad, you're referring to nothing. What do you mean by that?
I think because it's saying that it's about nothing, it might have other things that refer to nothing, which
Okay.
would be a sad thing.
Okay, yeah, so when you have nothing, you might be sad, right? Okay, Betty, what do you think?
I think it's going to be drama though, because it says much ado about nothing, and usually that's how drama starts. Nothing.
With
It's
nothing.
a lot.
Right, so what you're saying is when there is nothing, there's going to be a lot of drama. Why is there a lot of drama when there's nothing around? Betty?
People get bored.
People get bored. And what happens when people get bored? Amanda?
Find something interesting.
Good, they want to find something interesting, so they start, doing other things, talking to other people, trying to make things a little bit more interesting. Good. What about the word much? What does much mean? What's a definition we could use for much? Like, a lot, good. So, much equals a lot. What does ado mean? Does anyone know what ado means? No. What does it sound like? Much ado. Does anyone have an idea what it could sound like? There?
Kind of sounds like much to do.
Much to do. Good. Equal to do. Remember, these are all predictions, so kind of inferring. No right or wrong answers. What about the word nothing? Max kind of gave us a definition for that a little bit. It's nothing.
To not have anything.
Right. Nothing, we know, is nothing. Not anything. So what are some predictions we can make about the play based on these little notes we took? Does anyone have an idea? What do you think the play could be about? We know that Max said it might be sad. There might be a lot of drama. Much we know means a lot. Ado could mean to do, and nothing, well, means not anything, nothing at all. So what's a prediction we can make? Or some predictions we can make?
Nothing happens in the play.
That nothing happens at all. Okay. Would that be a very good play? If nothing happened at all? If I stood up here like a teacher and went like this, would I be a good teacher? Maybe, but maybe not, right? So I don't think nothing at all is going to happen in the play. But maybe. What else could happen?
Something happens.
Something could happen. Okay. All right, well, what if I told you the meaning of nothing in the play, Shakespeare specifically put nothing because it sounds a lot like noting. What does noting mean? Does anyone have an idea or prediction? Noting.
Would it mean to take notes?
It could mean taking notes, okay. What else could it mean? Does anyone know? Betty.
Observing.
Observing, good. Good. Observing. What else? Carly, do you have an idea?
Noticing or seeing people do something.
Good, observing, noticing. Does anyone else have another idea? Claire?
Maybe like checking somebody out a little bit.
Right, checking someone out. Good. Well, noting could also mean rumors or gossip. It's another definition for noting used by Shakespeare. So if I said that, could we make another prediction for the play? Betty?
Well, if it's about gossip, can it still be like about drama from our first prediction, or does it have to be different?
No, it could be your first prediction could float over to your second prediction. So what were you going to say?
Yeah, I want to keep the drama for a second.
Good, okay. Drama. What else?
Maybe there's drama because of rumors.
Good. Remember we have much ado about nothing. We said if nothing means rumors, much to do about what? What does that nothing mean?
Gossip.
Rumors, gossip, right? So maybe a lot to do about gossip. Any other predictions? Nothing? All right. So what I want you to do now is now predictions they don't have to be right or wrong, right? Right? They're just our predictions. And eventually we'll find out, after reading the play, if our predictions were right, if they were wrong. We might want to change our predictions. But for now, what you're going to do is, not yet, you're going to get with a partner. And in those groups, you're going to make on your in your notebooks a piece of paper that's set up like this with name, prediction 1, meaning, and prediction 2. And I'm going to give you the names, each group will get a different name, of characters in the play. And you're going to have to look at that name and think, just like we did up here, what does that name sound like? What does it look like? Can I break down the word and think of, maybe something else that's in it? Okay. And you're going to make your first prediction. And once you have your first prediction, you're then I will give you a definition or a meaning of that name, and you'll make a second prediction to see if that character, what could happen with that character in the play. Okay? So why don't you get with your partners? Do you want me to choose partners? Here, get with the person next to you. 2, 2, 2, 2. You can work anywhere in the room. All you need is a piece of paper and your pencil or pen. So why don't you go do that, and then I'll come around and give you your characters. Good? Go. Yeah, do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We have a couple more minutes. You can at least start.
We're gonna have Benedict. B-E-N-E-D-I-C-K. You're gonna have Beatrice. B-E-A-T-R-I-C-E.
Wait, where's this predicted?
You're gonna have Leonato. L-E-O-N-A-T-O. You're gonna have Hero.
Hero.
H-E-R-O. Yeah. So first, look at the name. What does it look like? What does it sound like? Maybe you already know the meaning of it. Make a prediction, and I'll come around.
Are we copying the chart?
Yes, copy the chart. So you won't have this, but you'll have name, prediction number 1, meaning, prediction number 2. Why do you think handsome? Bene, right, what does bene mean? Good. Come up with at least 3 predictions.
That's a dangerous one, that name.
Yeah, oh yeah. I didn't even think of that. Well, I don't know. I'll give it to a mature group of.
Okay, so.
You guys had Beatrice. So what do you think? Work together. What do you think? I know Michael's got some ideas.
Actually, like, physically,
Be sting people, the antagonists. I like that. I like that. I didn't think of that before. Good. Keep going. Remember, at least 3 predictions. What do you guys got?
Good guy.
Well, we think we are not
Or
trying to
maybe.
And he's a guy. Good. Why do you think you'd be brave and fierce? Because it sounds like lion. Because of her Leo's a lion too.
Yeah.
The lion
You
I
guys
saw
should
that
really
too.
look into it. And who knows, back then, make you remember stuff.
She's very animated.
Remember, Claire, Michael, in our groups, we want to make sure we're talking about our characters. What do you guys have? Hero.
Yeah.
So,
Probably boy. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, it doesn't sound like
interesting.
Then. Big. Big or.
Like a hero sandwich is usually big, right?
I get what you're saying. Okay, okay.
You know, you don't know about the meaning of hero back in like Shakespeare times, but it's too obvious it's a good guy, so I think it's bad guy.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe he wanted to switch it up.
Yeah.
Hero, maybe hero meant something bad.
Maybe.
Okay, so that's the end of my 20 minutes so far. So after this, I would, do you want me to say what I would do after this? So what we would do then is I would go out and give you the meetings, you make your second prediction, and we would then transfer those onto some sort of poster. And then you'd be able to, as your exit ticket, as your formal assessment, come up with your partner and go through your predictions, your meaning, why you thought this, why you thought that. And by the end of the whole play, you guys would be the experts on that particular character. So like they had Benedict, so at the end of the play, if you had a question on Benedict, you know they got it. Or you guys were Beatrice, they're gonna get it.